Love Coach here with you all. Look at my shirts are uneven here. Let's see if we can get this together. How's that? So I am so happy to be here on a Sunday with you. I know for some of you, you've been cooking out, having a ball, spending some time with your family, and that is super cool. And I know for others, it's probably a really lonely time for you because maybe you've experienced some type of loss, and maybe today is just a difficult day for you today. So I wanted to come on and say hello. I want to first see if I am sharing this video in my group. It seems that Facebook has changed certain things. Yes, you all can see me in my groups. So I definitely can't post and start the video inside my group and then share with the public. I have to start with the public and share to my group. So that's how we're rolling with this thing today. So I wanted to come on and say, hey, so this is your girl, Camille Sheppard-Parrish, and I am the one and only Healthy Love Coach. And so I wanted to come on today and talk to you about a few things, you know, because so many of us are going through so many things today, and it's a struggle. I'm hearing a lot of people say it's a struggle. And let me tell you, none of us is protected from the struggle that we go through today and everyone is experiencing in the world. But let me ask you a question. Have you ever suffered a setback in your relationships or when it comes to men, right, that resulted in a breakup or a divorce, and it really left you totally brokenhearted, right? Totally feeling like you were in despair and that there was no hope, right? Have you ever been in a situation like that? I know so many women that have, right? I just think of just a few weeks ago, Kate Spade, right? She's in that situation. I understand that, and this is all hearsay because we're reading what's in the blogs, right? But, you know, I heard someone say that her husband wanted a divorce and they had been living separately. And so there were some issues in their relationship which played a role in her suicide. So these things are real, right? So money can't protect us, right? Our quality of life can't often protect us from these things that can happen, right? Life is life and things happen to all of us, no matter how much money we have or how little money we have, no matter how much education we have or how little education we have. The fact is that unforeseen occurrences befall us all, right? That was prophesied in scripture. So it will happen to one or some of us or many of us at one point or another, right? So we're not shielded. But I want to talk to women for a moment about dating, because the dating world has changed, right? It has completely changed, right? People no longer really understand how to date. When I think about my millennial generation, and I think about all the women that call me that are in that millennial generation, when they call me, they ask me, how do you date, right? Because they kind of grew up, right? They went through high school and their college during a hookup culture, right? So they know how to hook up, but a lot of them are just not really clear on how to date and attract the love that you deserve, right? And so ladies, what I teach women to do all the time, every day, from all around the world, it doesn't matter anymore what country you're from, right? What culture you grew up in. This is all the same now, right? The dating situation, the dating has changed, right? The dating scene has changed, right? So what do we need to do? We need to learn how to date differently. And that's what I want to talk to you about a little bit, right? Because just for a moment, I want you to consider something that you might not have considered before, especially for those who've suffered a setback, right? Who's gone through a divorce, who's gone through a breakup or some traumatic event in your past. Just for a moment, I want you to just allow yourself to consider the fact that you might have gone through some setbacks, some changes, some experiences, although they were very negative, right? Because there's a lesson behind it. Right? There's a lesson, or there's something in that situation where God, the universe, the world is trying to teach you what you need to learn before you can move on to the next level in life, until you can move on to that love that you really deserve, right? And so just imagine that the reason that some of us are experiencing a setback in relationships and love and the things that we really desire in life is really because we haven't healed from some type of traumatic event that could have happened in our life or in our past, right? It doesn't have to be years ago, but it could be. It could be when you were a child, right? It could be in your recent adult life, right? It could be your teenager. I always ask the women in my community, how old is the little girl inside of you, right? And so people, they have to dig deep because not everyone's little girl is a tiny little 5-year-old girl. Some of us have a little girl inside of us that's a teenager. For some of us, that little girl inside of us might be 20 years old. Right. So I want to welcome all of those who are joining me and watching in. Please feel free to, say hello, put your name, put your city, put your state, so I can give you a shout out right back. I know I have women from all over the world that listen in and follow me. So feel free, if you give me a shout out, I will give you a shout out right back. But I want to get back on topic, right? Because sometimes we have things in our life, right, that just simply has not healed. And it's causing us or preventing us not to be able to attract a marriage-minded man, right? Which is what we all want. We want to attract someone who wants to be in a committed relationship, someone who deserves us, right? Because we work hard, we built ourselves up, we've educated ourselves, we've gotten ourselves the things that we wanted in life, right? Some of us travel a lot, have beautiful homes, fancy cars, we have nice high-powered jobs, right? So you want to be with someone who's worthy of being with you, right? Someone who's going to cherish you, and even add to your life, and maybe even up level your life from where you are right now. That's just a simple fact. And that's just what most women want, right? But it's so difficult because one, we're living in this kind of hookup culture, right? Where people don't even understand how to date anymore. People don't even know what that is. Men don't even know how to ask women, would you like to go on a date? People don't know who should pay for the date. On top of that, people don't even know what it is. How do you define it? Am I in a relationship and am I not in a relationship? Are we dating? Are we not dating? Are we hooked up? Are we a couple? Are we committed? Are we not, right? So people don't even know how to define what they're doing anymore. And it's crazy to me, but it's so true. And I hear women talk about it all the time, right? But again, I want to go back to this heartache and pain and these traumatic events that could be trying to teach us a lesson, right? Because what I really believe is that the heartache, the loneliness, the pain, the frustrations, those things that we feel, right? Our clock is ticking, is winding down, right? I think that those things are really like an alarm that's sounding really, really loud. And those things are designed to capture your attention and actually bring awareness to your I can't even say it, your repetitive dating patterns and your blind spots. And it's really designed to wake you up, right? Because if we keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, a lot of times you have to say to yourself, oh my gosh, what's going on? Just imagine if you drove by the same building, you were lost and you were driving, you're going to say, wow, I drove past this building 3 times. Oh my gosh, now I drove past this building 5 times. Hey, Nat, thanks for saying hi and joining me this evening. I think Nat is in Canada. Right? And so the bottom line is that you start to pay attention when something looks the same over and over and over again, and you keep passing that thing over and over and over again. But what happens in relationships, although we may pass the same type of man over and over and over again, sometimes we don't connect the dots. What we do is externalize that, right? We push that outside of us. And we say, you know what? Something is wrong with all these men. All men are the same. There's a problem with men. And I'm not saying there might not be. But what I'm saying is, I want you to look inside and see perhaps what might be going on inside of you, right? And so I want you to do an internal check. right? So I want you to look inside yourself to make sure that you are on point and to make sure you are paying attention to your lessons so that you can learn them and perhaps identify and determine, why am I attracting the same type of man over and over and over again? Not just ignore it. A lot of times we ignore it, and we ignore it because we're in this thing that I call a hypnotic trance, right? We just don't pay attention. We just go on about our life. We get up, we eat our oat, we brush our teeth, we eat our oatmeal, we make our bed, we get dressed, we go to work, and we grab our lunch, the same old thing every day. And then we come home. We might go to the gym, right? Or go to the supermarket. We do the same thing over and over again every day, every week, every month, and every year, right? And we don't ever pay attention to what we're doing because we're just lulled in this hypnotic trance, if you will. But what I want to invite you to do is really start to pay attention to the cues that life is giving you so that you can see what's going on, right? So you might be surprised to learn that life and perhaps God is really pulling you forward to the love and the life that you've been praying about, right? We pray, we work hard for the things that we want, and God answers prayers, right? But you have to pay attention to how he's answering and when he's answering and the answer that he's giving you. And perhaps we're not ready to be at that level to attract the man because we continue to do the same type of thing, right? And so, what often happens is that when we really experience a setback, we might slow down, we might get stuck, and then worst of all, we might feel like we're stuck in a rut and we really don't know what to do next, right? And then what happens is that we get complacent and we do nothing. We say nothing, we do nothing. We just really get complacent. We don't think about anything. We use drugs and alcohol and whatever to numb our feelings so that we don't have to think about what's really going on in our lives. But what I'm going to ask you to do is to try something different, right? And this is part of my dating differently process, right? Is that you try something different. Don't settle for doing the same thing over and over and over again. Let's try to do something different, because if you continue to do the same thing over and over again, you're going to continue to get the same results over and over and over again. And the bottom line is, most of you don't even understand what a healthy relationship looks like, right? That's really the bottom line. We really haven't had those experiences in our life, perhaps because of what went on in our families, with our mothers, with our fathers. They didn't have healthy relationships, right? A lot of our aunts and uncles didn't have healthy relationships. So we really don't have a sense of what healthy relationships look like. What we've learned over the years is how to stay in a relationship no matter how much it hurts, no matter how much we're abused, no matter how much is sucking the life out of us, right? That's just the way a lot of us grew up. Right? And so now we're adult, we don't really have a good sense of what a healthy relationship look like, right? And, so we don't know how to move forward to anything else other than what we've experienced, right? So how do you move forward when you feel like you have no control, when you feel like you don't know what to do, when you feel like you are so lonely and you probably feel like you're just going to grow old with your pets, right? Your cats and your puppies at home, right? You're just going to grow old childless, right? Not having the relationship you want, not having that partner to travel with you and enjoy life and all of your success with you, right? I don't want you to feel like that, right? I don't want you to be in fear, but most of you, the fact is that most of you are in fear of the unknown and what the future holds. And so what happens? We do nothing. We end up really doing nothing. We hide behind our computers. We hide behind our social mask, right? We hide behind our jobs. We hide behind our money and our stuff, right? We just learn how to hide and pretend that everything is okay. And even when someone says, "Hi, how are you? What's going on? You don't look great today," we still say, no, I'm good, right? We don't really want them to know what's going on deep inside of us, right? And so that can create a problem when you want to be in a healthy relationship, because that means that we're pushing down our emotions, right? And we're not being authentic. And let me tell you, one of the major things you need to be when you are wanting to get into a happy, healthy relationship is that you have to learn how to be authentically you. You can't be someone else. You have to be you. You have to learn how to be you, act like you, and do you all day long. And when you're able to do you, when you're able to get to that point and do you and be you and love you, that's when a man can start to do the same, right? A healthy marriage-minded man can start to do the same, right? No one is ever going to love you more than you love yourself, honey. So here's the thing. I wanted to talk to you today about my one-of-a-kind transformative luxury retreat. And I've created it for women just like you, right? Women who really are lost in this dating game, or perhaps they have some things from their past they haven't worked on, and they need to really heal their past, let go of that emotional baggage, let go of the trigger points, the anger, right? The wall that you've built, right? Learn how to transition out of your masculine energy into a more feminine space. Start to shift to a space where you can be consciously awakened, right, to a higher thinking, a higher level of love in this lifetime, right? And this, again, is why I created my retreat, so I can work with women just like you. And during the retreat, you get to work with me. And you get to learn powerful, life-changing truths and principles that will help you create the shifts that you really need to create, that will take you from here to where you want to be, way up here, right? And these shifts are shifts that I've implemented in my life. And these are shifts that I have helped many women from all around the world implement in their life. They've gone from heartache, from pain, feeling hopeless. They've gone from desperation and frustration. They've gone from walking around carrying a lot of fear and anxiety and anger and bitterness, right? They learned how to tear those walls down. They learned how to let go of the pains from their past. They learned how to really develop more emotional intelligence. So they've gone from having hookups and not even knowing if they're dating, right, to being in happy, healthy relationships in as little as 30 days after my retreat. No joke, ladies, right? So I can't make promises for everyone. It's all about how much you do your work. That's what counts, right? But women after my retreat, within 30 days, right? You can look on my page, go look back. Within 30 days after the retreat, many of these women have gone from single, sad, disappointed, hopeless, not understanding, why am I single? Why don't men ask me out on a date? To being very confident, loving themselves, and really understanding how to master modern love in this hookup culture, right? And so now they've gone from being single for 10, 15, 20 years to being engaged in 30 days, ladies, right? And so in this advanced self-compassion, dating, and wife prep retreat, you'll learn the skills that will really help you attract and keep a marriage-minded man, right? Because I'm going to really help you learn how to build a future with a relationship-ready man, a man who's going to want to be with you, a man who will pursue you, a man who will cherish you in the shortest amount of time possible, right? So that time could vary from person to person. But like I said, the women who are the most committed, the women who are willing to take off their social mask, the women who are willing to look into that stuff going on inside, right? And do that inner work, right? And heal that inner little girl, right? That grown little girl inside, right? And do that inner work and start to create what I call inner bonding with themselves. They find love or attract love faster than most. And like I said, last year were a record number, right? So for the first time ever, they attracted love faster than I did with my own process. It took me 11 months to really attract and keep by Mr. Right, right? And so some of the women in my program now, it's only taking them 30 days, right? Some it takes 60 days, right? But they're still attracting their love. And the thing about it is that they're learning how to date, right? Because nobody knows how to date anymore. Nobody even knows what that means, right? They say we're hooking up, right? And so what does that mean, right? For most, it means that maybe you went out, you had sex, you had a good time, you're not really connected, and then you're moving on to the next thing, right? But they don't ever really go out multiple times, right? And they don't get to date multiple people to even see who they like. And as I write in my book, ladies, your type might not be the type that you think it should be, right? Your type might be different than who you've been dating. So I want to teach you how to shake it up a little bit and learn how to date differently, right? And again, this is why I have my retreat. And I know many of you are very highly motivated, right? And I know that you're not afraid to take action, right? Right? That's why you do what you do. And that's why you are where you are in life. And ladies, if you are afraid to take action, what I'm going to encourage you to do is challenge yourself to get into action, right? And because this is really important. If you're doing things and they're not working, they're not manifesting the life that you want, the love you want, the spirituality you crave, then you have to change, you have to pivot, and you have to do something different, ladies. Again, the title of my book is Successful Women Date Differently. And the whole point of that book is that you should date differently. Many of us are not now. But that's where I come in, because I teach you how to date differently. I teach you how to show up differently. I teach you how to connect in a way that a man won't look at you as just a hookup, but he will look at you as a potential wife for him. He'll take the relationship and the conversation very serious, because through your action and your behavior, you'll stop leaking all of that negativity from the past. You'll stop showing up with no confidence. You'll stop showing up as desperate. You'll stop showing up asking about marriage and children on the first date. You won't do that anymore, ladies. You'll learn how to date differently. And you've probably already heard, you probably have already seen some of the posts on my page and some of the posts in my group. You know, we don't have a ton of spots left. We do have a good number of spots left for some women to join us, but our tickets are going pretty fast, ladies. So I'm super excited. This is our third year of the retreat. So this is our third annual Love Rejuvenation Retreat. And it's going to be in Virginia Beach, Virginia, once again, because it's just a hot spot, right? You know the saying, Virginia is for lovers, right? And so I'm going to bring you here in an atmosphere of love. I'm going to put you in an incubator, a nice, safe cocoon, a container where we're going to go inside and we're going to do our work, ladies. And what we're going to do at the end of our weekend and our time together is you're going to emerge as a beautiful butterfly, right? Because I'm not going to just motivate you. What I'm going to do is show you how to make a transformation during our time together. So the retreat is October 3rd through the 7th of 2018. It starts on a Wednesday, yes ma'am. And Wednesday night is our welcome night, and we're going to have a beautiful welcome party for you. Actually, we're going to do paint and sip that first night, and we're going to do a lot of painting and a lot of sipping, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And Thursday is going to be the first official day of the retreat, and we're going to kick it off with meditation and yoga, and then we're going to go to the adventure park. We're going to do tree climbing and zip lining, and then we're going to come back on Thursday night. We're going to, I can't even talk about some of the things that we're going to do, but we're going to have an amazing time, right? And then Friday, again, yoga, boudoir, and then our boudoir beauty bar bash that night, right? I'm having some MAC makeup artists come in. They're going to be doing your makeup, preparing you for the your boudoir photo session, right? We're going to have food. I've actually reserved the presidential suite of the hotel, which is facing the ocean. So it's just amazing. It's just super luxurious. And so you're going to have an amazing time, ladies. So that's just like the fast track. I'm leaving a lot of stuff out because I don't want to you can go to the website, loverejuvenationretreat.com, and learn more about what we're doing day by day. And then Saturday, what you need to do is, ladies, Saturday night is our all-white dinner cruise party. And I've reserved a yacht for all of the ladies and some men. So be sure to get your sexy, your cute white outfit so you can join us on Saturday night. It's going to be music and food and fun as we sail on the Virginia shoreline. We're going to have an amazing time. And then Sunday, the highlight of Sunday, oh, and Saturday, I forgot. Some of y'all know Todd Malloy. He is a bad dude. If y'all don't know him, he's a bad dude, right? So he's a therapist. He's a licensed therapist. He's going to really be coming in on Saturday to help us go deep and do some of that inner work, right? Because I recognize that some of us need a little bit more than coaching. Some of us need that help, that support, that assistance from a therapist. And so we're going to have Todd Malloy. He is a therapist. He's also a sex therapist. He's going to be coming in on Saturday, and he's going to help us break through some stuff, some barriers and things. So I can't wait to share that, right, with you on Saturday. And then Sunday, we're having mimosas with a man. Yes, ladies, that's our Q&A session that we have every year with our panel of single men, right? We sometimes have a few married men, but I like to get a lot of single men on that panel. So we're going to have a good time, ladies, and some of those single guys will be with us on our dinner cruise on Saturday night as well. So please jump on over to loverejuvenationretreat.com. Check it out. Don't wait until the last minute. I felt so bad last year. So many women, they waited until the last minute, right, to get their tickets, and I had to say no. We didn't have space. Ladies, we only have space for 24 women, right? And, if I know that we're going to have 50 women, like now, we can rearrange some stuff. But the week before the retreat is really difficult to go from 24 women to 50 women. So just understand that. So, if we're going to have more women, I need to know sooner rather than later, because we get so many beautiful gifts. In your welcome gifts, you get bottles of champagne. I give the ladies makeup. Everyone's going to have a nice basket. They have beach bags. I give the ladies tons of stuff, ladies. So it's not something that you can just decide to come in last minute, because like most events, they go and they talk. That's not what this is. This is a very experiential retreat where you come and you don't just hear me talk. You're going to get the experience of walking through the things that I'm teaching you. So if I'm teaching you about doing inner work, we're doing an exercise that's going to help you do that inner work. Last year we did EFT tapping, which really helps release a lot of the drama, trauma, and pain within you, right? And the shame, blame, and guilt, right? So we do activities that really help to release the stuff that you've been packing down inside of you. So ladies, here's what I want you to do. I want you to say yes to you. Say yes to yourself. We do so much for so many people all the time, every day. You're probably someplace doing something for somebody else right now, right? I want you to say yes, and I want you to join me and a group of women from all around the world, just like you, right? So it's not just East Coast, West Coast women. These are women coming in from all over the world, right? So I'm super excited, and I want to thank the women who have already purchased their tickets. Ladies, stay tuned. You'll be seeing their pictures flying on Facebook soon, right? So we're prepping them now. They're just like you. They're coming from all over the world. I'm going to have my expert team there, and come and enjoy a weekend of love, relaxation, and rejuvenation. And that's going to be October 3rd through the 7th of 2018. So it's this year. So spaces are going fast. I'm not joking. I'm really serious. They're going fast. I'm super excited. This is our third retreat, ladies. And if you want to join me, I'll put the link at the bottom of this video. Please go check out the website so you can learn more and reserve your spot. And I want you to share it on your page. Even if you can't come, share it on your page so someone who can come can get the opportunity to come get their healing, right? Learn how to develop a connection with themselves, right? Develop a connection, a spiritual connection with their creator, and then develop a connection with the love that they truly deserve, right? So this is what I want you to do, ladies. I'm hoping that you'll join me, and we got some juicy stuff coming up in the month of July for you. We had our training, our 3-part session back in June. July, got something else juicy coming for you. So stay tuned, watch my page, join my group. If you're a single woman, click on the link so you can get access to my private Facebook group. I do a lot of stuff in there, so I don't do it on my personal page that much anymore. So if you want to learn more and get more, you can go join there. And ladies, I wish you love. I hope that you're having a fabulous weekend, and I hope you have an amazing week, ladies. Please share. Sharing is caring, and I'll see you soon. This is your girl, Camille Sheppard-Parrish, the Healthy Love Coach. Bye.